track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Get ready, because everything is on sale for one day only at Baumgart's. This Saturday, December 20th, take 12% off all items store-wide. That's right. If it's in the store, it's on sale. Toys, tools, decor, apparel, farm supplies, whatever you need, you'll save. But don't wait. Doors are open only until 8 p.m. It's the Baumgart's Everything Sale. This Saturday only. Some exclusions apply. See a store associate for details.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Friday, December the 19th, 2025. Bock and it's Good Sense Friday. If you never had a Good Sense sub, it doesn't make sense. Shout out to the Good Sense for supplying us every Friday with some delicious sub sandwiches.
Absolutely. I had mine today. Ate it basically whole, I think.
Now, Bock, you know what beef is, Bock? Not food beef, but when two people are into it.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
What's the longest beef you've seen between two people?
Oh, boy. That's a big question. Between two people specifically, huh?
Yeah.
I got to think of like mortal enemies, because right now, I just think of like, obviously like Nebraska and Michigan for the 97 title, that sort of thing. But as far as like people go, I have to think on that for a second. There's a lot of rap game beef from time to time.
Rap game beef, football beef, basketball beef, boxing beef.
No, it's like Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo.
No. This goes back way before that part, Bob. Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas
there you go.
has been beefing for 25 years, Bob. It all started with the Last Dance documentary where Jordan called Thomas an a-hole. Thomas demanded an apology, a public apology, and Jordan felt like Thomas' actions, like the 1991 handshake, justified his feelings. Now, A lot of people think Jordan had something to do with Isaiah being left out the dream team.
That's right.
That's a lot of talk. But then things get a little more crazier, Bach. I don't know if Isaiah's getting old or he's talking out the side of his mouth, because the Jordan I know is the best player ever, besides LeBron James.
So you think LeBron James is the best player?
Well, I think those two and Kobe. I mean, it could be three. I mean, look at the president thing, the Mount Rushmore. How many they got up there?
Four.
All right. So there's always room for more. So, you got 4 presidents up there. Here's Isaiah. Everyone calls him the GOAT, like he built an empire on his arm. Nah. Mike is just a machine poster boy, a highlight reel backed by legends doing the dirty work. Take away the advertisement, the refs, protection, Scottie Pippen, and he's just another guy with a good fadeaway and a PR team. He didn't dominate us. The NBA gave him the throne.
Yeah, that's some strong words. But again, you're talking about his maybe bitter rival here. So I suppose you stand up for those what is that now? 3-4 decades worth of arguing and not going to back down by it. I mean, Isaiah Thomas, for what all as good as Michael Jordan is, and like you said, one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest. Isaiah's got his own arguments for being one of the greatest point guards of all time. So it's not like he's speaking from a position of nothing. I mean, he's one of the guys that directly competed and at times beat Michael Jordan.
Well, a young Michael. Bad Boys was stacked. They were the first stacked team when you look at them. They had Dennis Rodman.
Well, I mean, those Lakers and Celtics teams were pretty
they were
stacked before
stacked.
that.
I mean, but when you talk about the Bad Boys, they had Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, Joe Dumars, Isaiah, Vinny the Microwave. You know who that is, Bob? Yeah, Vinny
Good
the Microwave. Yeah, good. That was a good team.
Yeah.
I mean, but when you look at what Michael came back and did, I mean, to win six championships?
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. How many Kobe won?
What did Kobe win?
4?
5, I think.
5?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many Isaiah got?
I think he's got 2.
All right, Isaiah, shut your mouth. He's good, but he's not one of the all-time greats, I think, when I talk about point guard, because you can go a lot of ways in that when you talk about that. You can go Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
You can go, who else?
I mean, the Chris Pauls, the John Stockton.
Chris Paul,
Depends
John
on what
Stockton, Steve Nash.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you put those guys, Allen Iverson. I mean, when you put those guys in that formality with it, then it knocks him down a little bit. But he's still a great player. But I still don't understand, Bob. Why are 2 old guys, damn near in their 60s, still beefing? I mean, I seen what it was a year or so ago, the 50th best something top players they had all in one room, and Michael walked right past Zeke. He wanted him to say something.
Yeah.
He wanted him to say something.
Well, listen, that's what sometimes beef is past, apologizing or something like that. I mean, it is embroiled into their personalities now. And again, you could say what you want about it and how it lasted all this time and that, but a lot of NBA fans would say, well, thank God. I mean, at that time, the Lakers, Celtics, rival, the Detroit, bad boys mentality, the Bulls, like everybody's competing against each other. There's no love lost, as opposed to kind of the modern age, which is kind of, all right, let's see when we can team up together and where we can do this and all this, friends off the court, all that sort of stuff. So it's just, I'd rather basketball and my sports enemies actually, feel that hate that the fans do about the opposing team, about the, opposing players. It's a big ask, obviously, for a long term, because a lot of these players bounce around from team to team. So you might hate the team 1 year, and then 2 years later they call you up and they get the best offer for you. Okay, now there goes the hate. But back then it was, there's less moving around too, and these guys certainly made their name and for Jordan in Chicago and for Isaiah in Detroit.
All right, Buck, we're going to leave that beef alone. Now, Buck, yesterday we got clipped talking about when you look at guys at Texas Tech, they got their money worth. I mean, they showed you I'm just reading what they clipped us for yesterday. It said they showed us the blueprint how to make the college football playoffs in 1 year. Now, when we talked about that, we got a little reply. It wasn't bad. Some people were saying, let me see how did it go? So here's one question. He said, you guys in the media think it's just about spending money. You guys have to spend it on the right guys, which Texas Tech did. If you look at all the guys they went and got, those was former starters in top programs. When you say Florida State, North Carolina guys they got. Then it said guys to buy into the culture and in that football facility. It was easy on spending money it says, if it was easy as spending money, everyone would have similar success, and they don't. When I said that, Bach, I forgot to add in a couple of things when we talked about Texas Tech. They have a great GM, which I don't know where they got him from, but he's good. He went out, did the things, did his homework on these guys, and a lot of people think they spent a lot of money on the quarterback. They didn't, Bach. They spent more money on the defensive line. They spent $2.5 on one guy, $1 million on another guy, $800,000 on one guy, $4 million, Bach. They put the recipe together, and when they took it out the pot, Bach, guess what? There's a big rainbow like Lucky Charms because look at them. They're in the playoffs. Great coaching.
Yeah. And
develop players already. You went in there and got players already developed, and now you coach them to your expectations or whatever design defense you have. If you go get the right players, Bob, anybody can come in the system and play. But to come in the system and dominate is because you got to get guys who's already been there before. Not guys you expect to have high expectations from, and they don't get it right, Bob. Because now you don't know if this player was good here, doesn't mean he's going to be good over there. But in Texas Tech case, they scouted them. They did the right thing. They put the puzzle together. I mean, that's a blueprint. I mean, you got to have the right coaches in place. Like I said, Nebraska's happy about the defensive coordinator. I am too. But what I know what he needs right now is he could be the best defensive coordinator in the world, Bob. If he don't have the puzzles to his defense, it's worth no good. And it's an embarrassment on him because now he's going to look like John Butler. Terry, Braden. Mm-hmm. Now, those guys wouldn't give him a chance because those guys didn't have guys that they came in with. He has a chance now. This defense coordinator we have now, he has a chance because he gets to bring a guy with him. Probably more than one guy.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, if you kind of break down Texas Tech. I know a lot of it is, okay, they just, did this from the portal, but they, their top passer, their top rusher, their top receiver. These are all returning guys from Texas Tech.
Yeah.
So they were 8-5 last year. I mean, so you had the base. Now, Nebraska, I mean, they could get to 8-5 too this year. And so if you're kind of looking at making a similar argument, maybe you'd have the base. But of course, part of that is their guys returning. Nebraska is going to not be returning their leading passer or rusher. And hopefully they do with the receiver. We'll see about that. But it was really a lot of it was changing up that defense, as we know. But again, you had part of the pieces in place. Jacob Rodriguez, sure, initially at one point transferred into Texas Tech, but he's been there, and he's their best player. David Bailey, that was a big addition from the portal. There were several big additions from the portal. Ultimately, that helped this team get to that next level. But I would just say that the thing you got to start with is that base. Even before you get the number one, and then to your point too is, okay, identifying what you need out of the portal. What in Texas Tech, we've heard their number one donors say basically we put all these guys on a chart and we went out and we got all the top names that we wanted, and maybe had to overpay a little bit for it, but again, it's not big flashy quarterbacks, wide receivers, and running backs going in there. They plugged up the holes that they needed to with the top players on the board as they felt. So, I think there is maybe a blueprint there. It's going to be hard for anybody without, unlimited backing to necessarily be able to get. But I think a big part of that too, again, is they had a base. They did not have to create a team. They didn't have to build a team in the offseason. They just had to improve it.
I mean, I think Nebraska has a base. I think we have a base.
But like I said, you're not going to Texas Tech's going to return their starting quarterback now, or did this past year, I should say. Does that mean Nebraska can't get maybe someone on the level of Morton? Maybe they can, So I'm not saying they can't, but I mean, he was there at Texas Tech. Nebraska's base is somewhat leaving it in my mind, by its side, the quarterbacks, obviously Emmett Johnson is your biggest piece there. We'll see what the transfer portal does, but without much of a stronghold on the offensive line, defensive line, Nebraska's got some work to do. I mean, they would have to, I would say if you got Texas Tech's exact portal from last year and put it on this year's Nebraska team for next year, still got more work to do. So that's why I say I don't know if Nebraska's in that spot to have the same base that they do. And again, part of this is development. Where's Nebraska's Jacob Rodriguez? Jacob Rodriguez has been at.
You probably got him in there.
You think so?
You probably have Vincent Shavers. What's the new kid called? What's the new kid?
I mean, there's
from Missouri. What's his name?
Dawson Merritt.
Dawson Merritt. You got a kid from Omaha who's a good linebacker. What's his name?
Christian Jones.
Okay, you. That's your base. Base of young linebackers.
I just think you
got a
William.
You have a William Nwili, who's the base of your defensive line. He's the go-to guy. Now, if you put somebody similar to him or a star down just because he's a 5-star, I'm just saying, if you get some big guys around him, some big mean tackles, then it frees him up a little bit more. Then once that happens, it frees the linebackers up more because now they have to double somebody, 2 guys on the offensive line instead of no guys on the offensive line. When you can play on the defensive line and nobody gets double blocked, guess what? It means the offense is killing you every game.
Mm.
Except the Texas Christians and what other team?
Oh, Houston Christian.
Houston Christian.
Good. Yeah.
Houston
Akron.
Christian. So it's different. It's different approach. I like their approach.
I just think you need development along, and that's not Texas Tech's not giving enough credit for the development that they put in along with that transfer portal.
Yeah, I mean, they added in with what they had, and it was a recipe. It's a good recipe.
Yeah,
I mean, not taking anything away from the players who was already there, but it helps. It helps. Maybe it can help Nebraska. We'll have to see. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock the Blackshirt. We'll be right back.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Comfort food, but make it vegan. At Rutabagas, they're serving all your crave-worthy classics. Mac and cheese, loaded nachos, Philly cheesesteaks, all 100% plant-powered and 100% delicious. Catch them at their cozy spot at 70th and Vine, or find their food truck rolling through the streets of Lincoln. So whether you're vegan, veg curious, or just hungry for comfort food with a twist, Rutabagas has a plate waiting for you. Find them on Instagram for their food truck location and specials. Rutabagas, where comfort meets compassion.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. 93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. It's an afternoon high around 49. Tonight, increasing cloud cover, a continued breeze below around 35. And tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies and a light breeze. It's an afternoon high near 47. I'm meteorologist Kyle Bucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are on from Monday to Friday from 1 to 3. We are powered
by
Bauer,
Infrastructure,
Bauer,
Underground,
Barrett,
Excavating.
All right, Bock. We got a transfer report in. Malcolm Hogdog plans to transfer once the portal get open. You talk about a guy who saved the first game, Bock.
Yeah. Biggest play of the year, probably.
He's an honorable mention All Big Ten in 2024, 2022-23 male freshman, Nebraska male freshman of the year, Big Ten freshman of the week in 22, Brooke Behringer Citizen Team Award in 23, Tom Osborne Citizen Award Team in 23, 24, and 25. This is a guy who's basically started since he was a freshman, true freshman, Bob. And now he's down to his senior year. He only played two games this season, but you know that game that he did play in for us, it was the one that counted. It was a victory. He saved that game. And now he's in the transfer portal. Malcolm he's a good player. He's a good player. Is he replaceable on this defense? I think so. So I don't think it's a hard leave. I don't think it's one that hurts. I think the leadership and the senior in him was the thing that caught me off guard. Being a senior in the leadership role that he could have played in. And a single-digit guy.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see him be able to play this year, kind of see what that kind of came about. I mean, Nebraska wasn't an overwhelming, kind of ball hawking team, if you will, this past year. And he kind of made a little bit of his name for that. I mean, he wasn't Josh Bullocks or anything. I mean, don't get me wrong, but he came in, broke in 2022. If you remember, part of that win that they had, was it? I always want to say Purdue was his first game, but it wasn't. It was Rutgers. Rutgers was the game. Remember, they won 14-13. He got a pick in that game. So 2 out of his first 3 games that he played here, he got a pick because he also got a pick in that loss to Purdue 43-37 in 2022. And it's just been a kind of a staple of Nebraska's defensive backfield since then. Moved around quite a bit as far as, what's he going to play, safety or cornerback, nickel, all that sort of stuff. So in that way, very versatile piece for Nebraska. And as you mentioned, made the biggest play of the year, I think, this year for Nebraska in a year that he ultimately had to sit out in. So, I mean, he's never was never the biggest guy, 5'9", 185, where he's listed at. So you appreciate what he was able to do with kind of a smaller body out there, at least among the bigs that play college football at the D1 level. And he's a fun player. I can't wait to see what's up next for him. Is he irreplaceable? Absolutely not, because you played with him all year this past year, and you had the second ranked pass defense in the nation. So obviously it can be done. I would say this, and again, part of this due to injury. Maybe that one play that he didn't make was enough. And I don't want to say one play that he made, but the one game that he was able to play in and make that play against Cincinnati was enough. But between Buford and him, and Buford, of course, Marquise Buford's was a senior, or is a senior, so he'll be playing his last game coming up. I just felt like you maybe moved him around too much to get the optimal return on them. Buford eventually this year was kind of replaced by Rex Guthrie in the starting lineup. But I always kind of put those two together, Buford and Hartzog, because they would kind of switch roles here between cornerback and safety. And there were key parts of that secondary again for the last 3 years of top 25 defense at Nebraska. So you gotta appreciate these guys. It is something I was hoping that Malcolm Hartzog would return. There's again always the possibility to go in the transfer portal and come back. But it was a name that I thought, when you're looking at that secondary, obviously you're going to lose Deshaun Singleton. Like I said, you're gonna lose Buford, Sierra Wright, moving on. But there's enough pieces there, and Donovan Jones and Guthrie. We talked about Andrew Marshall set to return as of now, right? And we did this last year. I remember, okay, as slowly as pass rushers were leaving the roster, go, well, that just opens up playing time for this guy or that guy, and then that guy would transfer the next day. So we're kind of early into it. Obviously, for Hartzog, he's still kind of recovering for injuries, so didn't have to wait or think about the bowl game. We might see a lot of several Huskers play in the bowl game and then hit the transfer portal just a few days later. But in this case, it doesn't necessarily make sense to do it that way. So hats off to Malcolm Hartzog for an unbelievable fun career at Nebraska, and best of luck to him moving forward. But as you said, Nebraska, this is not going to change the way we view Nebraska in 2026, which again still kind of has to be established by what's going to happen through this transfer portal.
Yeah, and I say it with no disrespect, Bock, because
right.
this kid, he played 2 games this year. So, and to look at what Nebraska did, after he was out, second in the nation and pass defense, and that's why I say it's not a big deal. But the senior leadership is what counts and what you look for. But like we said, kids are going to transfer and kids are going to decommit and everything. Now, speaking of decommit, 4-star wide receiver from Thomasville, Georgia, decommitted from Nebraska. He was also committed to Nebraska since September, Bob.
Yeah, I mean it's not ideal, obviously, again for Nebraska and specific for you, because you like to see those guys come from from Georgia, right? But again, this is class of 2027. So a guy that said he was going to be here and never, made it to campus. This happens in recruiting. So I guess it's not the biggest deal in the world. You get excited for him. Maybe if you're for a second, he's rated by 24/7 Sports as the number 208 player overall in the class of 27 recruiting class, and so that's pretty high. It'd be nice to kind of get him back into the fold, but we'll see it. Whatever has played out. Maybe it's Dylan. I mean, I don't know. I'm completely speculating there. But deciding to go ahead and move on. He's had opportunity. I mean, he's Cal, Florida State, Illinois, all these teams among the teams that were his finalists. So change of heart happens all the time in recruiting. Again, we're seeing it happening even for the players that are on your teams. But I think nowadays, especially, unless it's Trey Taylor or a big commitment that, a local guy or something like that, you gotta take this with what it is, and it comes and goes, and it happens all the time. And so it is, again, just kind of is what it is. Nebraska's gonna have to do their best to try to replace him as far as a receiver in that class, or maybe again you can do that through the portal. We'll see.
All right, Bock. Now we're gonna go to Husker wrestling tonight, Bock.
Yeah,
we're gonna be there. We're gonna be on the mat.
On the mat.
Matt
side, I think. I don't know.
Matt side. Yeah. Well, you're still gonna be by the mat, Bob. This is my first NCAA wrestling match.
Yeah, me too.
I've seen high school, but I haven't been to a college match. And they do it on Tunnel Walk.
Yeah. See, I haven't even been to a high school. This is my introduction to wrestling, the sport, basically. So, I'm intrigued. Obviously, it's going to be among the best. Nebraska among the best, or I think ranked 6th right now. Of course, finished 2nd last year. Tonight they've got North Carolina, top 20 team coming in. Sunday they'll have Oklahoma State coming in, which is interesting for all sorts of reasons. Oklahoma State is kind of the who's who of college wrestling. They have 34 titles. Nebraska, by the way, still searching their first national title in wrestling. Of course, individually they've been able to get there, but as a team. So it should be fun. And we've got a chance to win some tickets here as well to the match against Oklahoma State on Sunday. So I'll just do kind of the same thing we did with on the Adam Character Show. We'll do it this hour and next hour. We got 2 pairs of 2 tickets to give away for Nebraska and Oklahoma State wrestling on Sunday. If you want to go, if you want to win, be the first to text in 402-464-5685. Text to that number, Husker Power. The first one to do so will have a pair of tickets to Nebraska and Oklahoma State for Sunday's match.
That's how you give out tickets, Bob?
That's how we're giving out tickets.
All right, Bob. Let's go to break then, Bob.
All right.
Look like we got a winner already, Bob.
There we go.
6564. Text us your real name and we'll get your tickets ready for you. Pick them up.
Yeah, first and last name, please. Actually, you don't have to pick them up. I'll just send them to you via phone. So.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I thought it was old school. Thought it was in the 90s. My bad. Bock the Blackshirt. Good Sense Friday here at 1040 O Street. The Ticket. We'll be right back.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Omaha Steaks is the official sponsor of tailgating. From legendary burgers to mouth-watering steaks, deli-style franks, and so much more, you'll elevate your next game day get-together with America's original butcher. Now you have the chance to be the ultimate gift giver this holiday season. Visit omahasteaks.com/theticket for 16 free Omaha Steaks smash burgers on your order of $129 or more. Plus 50% off site-wide. That's 16 free smash burgers at omahasteaks.com/theticket. See the website for details. Happy holidays from Omaha Steaks.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and our gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. And right now, during gift card double discount days, when you buy $50 in gift cards, get a $10 gift card free. Happy holidays from Valentino's.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals, no more hunting down parts, no more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain in the letter X.com/AI.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt right here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are powered
by
Bauer
Infrastructure,
Underground,
Excavating.
All right there, Bock. John in Southeast Lincoln has a question, Bock. He said, hey, Bock in the Blackshirt, I have a crazy idea. What if Coach Rule invited the senior players from the championship winning teams from all the classes to a football camp. They will have the opportunity to earn a scholarship or be encouraged to walk on. Nebraska could get the high school players excited about playing for the Huskers. John.
Yeah, I mean, that's an idea. One way to kind of get maybe the best of the state. Again, the walk-on opportunities are going to not be there anymore. To kind of remember that moving forward is that, the current walk-ons that are kind of being grandfathered in. Remember, there's going to be 105 scholarships. And so pretty soon, once the guys that are grandfathered in filter through, it will just be that 105. So, I think that might work a little bit better back when there was more opportunities for walk-ons, because at this point you're kind of focused down and know detail where your recruiting is going to go, where your recruiting effort's going to go. And again, it just depends on where your priority is. I don't feel like Coach Rule, and this is not right or wrong, but based on what we saw this past year in recruiting, has prioritized Nebraska in-state football. Again, right or wrong, you can believe, hey, you need those guys in the locker room. That's what's going to build the foundation, all that sort of stuff. They're going about it a different way. So that might, again, I think that might be a better idea for years past for those reasons, and maybe for different staff that'd be a little bit more interested.
All right, Bob. This is a crazy story right here, Bob. ESPN Ryan Clark accuses Uber driver of musically profiling him by changing the song when he gets in the car. He said, "I'm tired of being musically profiled in Ubers. The driver didn't even ask me. He just changed the radio. First song, All Eyes on Me by Tupac."
This is Ryan Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate Ryan Clark, especially for his days with the Steelers, but I hate to say it. I feel, and it's not right or wrong. It's just the way that he views the world through a racial lens more often than not. So, I mean, if you're looking for those sort of things, you might be able to find him. Maybe he's right. I could be wrong. I don't know who his Uber drivers are. I can't stand up on their behalf. But when Ryan Clark brings up something racial, it is what it is. I mean, that's kind of what I expect from Ryan Clark.
All right, Bach. What I was going to ask you. Okay, here we go. Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua tonight. Heavyweight matchup starts at 8:00. Netflix.
Yes.
Can't wait for this one. I want to see this. Anthony Joshua is so bigger than Jake Paul.
Yes.
I wonder, is he going to take a hit? Or what do we call it, Bach?
Yeah, take a fall.
A payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be, and that's where I think you're in a kind of a danger with this match, is because if Jake Paul wins, there would be those on Jake Paul's side. Like, this is proof he should be a real boxer. He should be fighting real boxers. Because Anthony Joshua is a two-time heavyweight champion, Olympic gold medalist. He's 6'6", 243 pounds, going up against Jake Paul, who's 6'1", 216 pounds. So this should be, in the betting realm, is what you would think it was. The majority of the bets, though, interestingly enough, are on Jake Paul. Now, I think part of that is because you don't win that much money if you bet on Anthony Joshua. Paul is a 7-1 underdog, but has attracted 82% of the bets and 90% of the money that had been wagered on DraftKings. To kind of break it down, as I've seen it here, a Paul upset would result nearly in $100 million loss for sportsbooks, DraftKings said. Joshua entered Friday as a minus 1,200 favorite, meaning bettors would need to risk $1,200 for a chance to win $100. According to Caesars Sportsbook, the largest bet has been $90,000 to win $10,000 on Anthony Joshua.
But if you know boxing like I do, can we go ahead and tell the people now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jake Paul shouldn't win this fight.
No.
If Jake Paul wins this fight, this will be a mockery to boxing. It's shame on boxing. Shame on boxing.
The fix is is the fix in.
Yeah. He's better for the WWF than he is for boxing. Because the wrestling is fake. Boxing shouldn't be set up. Shouldn't have to take a dive. Mike Tyson shouldn't have to bite his teeth and hold back on a punch. Because he was TKO'd then. Now, he said after this fight, he'll try to fight Terrence Crawford or somebody else. I don't think Bud would take a fall and lose, put a blemish on his record.
Oh no,
for $20 million. He can just go back and box and get that back in one match.
Well, and of course, we saw Bud Crawford retiring earlier this week as well. So, might take a huge bag to get him back into it. I'm not sure. Like as he's put it, there's nothing less to prove.
Yeah,
and beating Jake Paul definitely is not something that is left there out to prove.
Yeah, you're right about that, Bob. I just don't want to see this turn into a freak show because of Jake Paul money. You know, there's no way in hell he's gonna beat Anthony Joshua. I'm just saying, shouldn't happen any kind of way.
Yeah, I mean, and Joshua's last fight was in September of 2024. Was for the IBF heavyweight title. I mean, that's kind of where he'd position himself. Obviously, came up short there, but yeah, this should not. This looks like a mismatch on paper in just about any way that you can measure it. Right, wingspan, height, weight, experience, relevant experience. This should be the time that Jake Paul gets beat up on. But I mean, that's what maybe people are. That's part of the intrigue, right? Is to tune in to Netflix to finally see Jake Paul, if to take a loss here, because he's been doing well in these kind of celebrity exhibition matches he's had.
Are you a Netflix owner, Bob?
I am.
You are. That's good. That's good.
You still have Netflix?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Netflix is one of my favorite. I can't get rid of. Netflix.
Yeah, they actually have Monday Night Raw, which is part of the big reason why I have that is for pro wrestling. But they do a good job, as opposed to some of the other streaming services, in my mind anyway, of kind of getting new content out there. Netflix does.
Yeah, I mean they're slow with it, but
it's slow but sure.
Yeah, but it's still good though, because you got so many options though you can go.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I like Netflix, because I could go back and watch those old movies without commercials. So that's the good part.
Oh, you pay without the commercials? Huh?
Yeah, you got the commercials?
I think I have the commercials. I'm not sure actually.
Oh no! I'm not.
Because I can fast forward through most of what I watch anyway.
You can't fast forward through commercials, Bob. You can only mute them.
Well, again, for Raw, that's a live event, so I think I don't know, because I usually don't even watch that live, so that's why I say
they got the cheap. I think they got the cheap version of Netflix for like $9.99, ain't it?
Yeah, something like that.
$7.99 with commercials.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't do the commercials. Tubi have too many commercials, so I'm good on that part.
Tubi adds commercials the longer you watch something.
Yeah,
the more the commercial breaks become bigger, because they know they got you locked in.
Yeah, that's the crazy part of it. All right, Bob, you got anything before we head out to our break?
No, I just tune in to see Jake Paul there. I mean, are you cheering for Jake Paul to get beat up?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes,
you want to end all this?
Yeah, end the mockery. It just ended.
Yes. Yeah, I think I will too. I might tune in.
Yeah. Well, we'll be at the we'll be at the wrestling match.
Well, there's a lot to do. Like you said, a college football playoff game tonight. We're going to be at the wrestling match. You got that going on. So no shortage of options.
Yeah, no shortage, but I want to try to watch all three of them. I don't know how that time permits, but I'm going to try. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock in the Black Shirt. We'll be right back.
Make Hog Wild the centerpiece of your holiday meal. Pre-order a 4-pound boneless ham for $50, a 12-pound whole smoked turkey, or a 4-pound turkey breast for $55. A complete meal includes your choice of a whole turkey or turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, green beans or corn, and a dozen rolls for $130. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com soon. Quantities are limited. All weights are approximate before cooking. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mostly sunny skies, and it will be breezy. An afternoon high around 49. Tonight, increasing cloud cover, a continued breeze below around 35. And tomorrow, we'll see probably sunny skies and a light breeze. An afternoon high near 47. I'm meteorologist Kyle Bucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out Renew PM, the ultimate nighttime recovery formula. Fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up refreshed. Renew PM can only be found at Nutrition Authority, the home of better than internet pricing. Own the night with Renew PM. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are on Monday through Friday from 1 to 3. Bock, top 10 quarterbacks in the transfer portal so far this year. You ready for them?
I'm ready. I'm interested to see where Dylan is.
Number 1, Sam Levitt. Number 2, Drew Mestermaker. Is he that's the one from North Texas?
Yep, Mean Green.
Number 3, Brandon Sorsby. Number 4, Dylan Riola. Number 5, Josh Hoover. DJ Lagway is number 6. Kenny Minchie is number 7. Aiden Childs, number 8. What's his name? Bria from Missouri.
Oh, Bo Pribula, yeah.
Yeah, Bo Pribula. And Caden Hauser is number 10. Bach, if we had to pick, let's just take out the top 3. You take out Levitt, Mestermaker, and Sorsby. Who do you go after that? Obviously you don't have 4 choices because Dylan is the 4th. Now, but when we go down from 6 to 10, Josh Hoover, DJ Lagway, Kenny Minchie, Aiden Childs, Brew Prebula, and Caden House.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think there is a connection maybe to through Dana Holgerson to Josh Hoover, the TCU quarterback. So there's kind of that at least out there. Remember, Holgerson was helping TCU in that consulting role a couple years ago when Hoover was there. So maybe there's that. He's not a whole lot. His play style is similar to that of Dylan Raiola. Was able to have more success, if you want to put it that way. He had 3,472 yards this past year. That sounds great. 29 touchdowns. That sounds great. 13 interceptions. A lot of interceptions. So they just slinging the ball around everywhere. So that could be if you want to kind of keep the offense as is under Dylan and kind of make it look that way. I think Nebraska needs more of a dual threat than that, and especially with the offensive line work in progress at this point. So, I don't fall in love with any of those names. I said the other day, if you're going to bring Bo Pribula in as a senior, as a veteran, maybe to compete with TJ Lateef, it would make some sense, but I also think you're just asking for quarterback controversy midway through the year. So that's almost a guy that, and it's weird to put it this way. I think you almost need to get a guy, if you're bringing in to compete, to do just that and to push TJ Lateef, but I don't almost want him to overshadow TJ Lateef for a 1-year rental that's hardly better than TJ Lateef, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting just how you go about that. Is I don't know if I would bring in Pribula because I think he might fit in that category of not so much better than Lateef that he's worth starting and giving up a year and potentially risking chasing off Lateef or not allowing him to get those reps on the way up. If you're going to go out and get a starter, go get a starter. Go get someone that is going to come in here and start over TJ Lateef. If you're going to get somebody for competition, then I would have TJ Lateef be your plan and maybe be pleasantly surprised if the guy you bring in for competition wins that battle. I wouldn't have him bring in a guy that you expect to beat TJ Lateef, but not by a long shot.
Bach, I'm starting to say, keep TJ Lateef. Let him be the starting quarterback. He doesn't get Dylan money. He doesn't have those stats yet. He doesn't have that name out there yet. So he's a cheap bargain this year. Now, I wouldn't say cheap, but give you around $800,000 to $1 million.
Well, I don't know what exactly you would get, but it wouldn't, to your point, it wouldn't be Dylan money.
Yeah.
So you'd be able to, and again,
and so you'd be able to build around him and probably get that receiver that you need to knock the top off the roof. You'll be able to get that running back. You better get those offensive linemen. I think you take, if you're going to spend, I'll tell you what, Bob. You get what, 20 what million? 22 million? 21?
Yeah, that's for the rev share overall with the university. Again, not all of that would necessarily go to football, but for our purposes, we're thinking Nebraska's going to go above that. So somewhere in that, 20, 25, $30 million rosters.
No, you spend 15 on offense, 15 on defense.
Mm.
You don't think that's good? You got a quarterback.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a bad way to go about it.
You got receivers. You probably need one more. You probably need to go get three more offensive linemen. You got Justin Evans coming back. You got Elijah Pritchett coming back, who probably was the best lineman that when it came down to at the end of the season.
Well, again, we'll see. Pritchett's kind of had his attentions known that he's coming back, which is good. Again, it's tough to do this without knowing what you're losing in the portal, right? But they're just going to have to add it at almost every position. Is quarterback going to be placed high up there? Again, a lot of that comes down to what is their belief system in TJ Lateef? Is he ready to be the starting quarterback? Now, again, lip service wise, Matt Rule spoke the other day, said he was. Everybody on the team believes he was. I would say that too if he's my starting quarterback going into Utah and a guy that had been your starting quarterback the last couple of weeks. So, again, it's not necessarily just lip service, but it is, you're just kind of positioned in a way that you would want to say that. So, do they truly believe he's the guy moving forward? If so, that does open up, some money maybe for elsewhere. If you have to go get one, I'm not one way or the other on if Lateef should be the starter, shouldn't be the starter, who they need to go get. I mean, if they're in a perfect world, I'd rather them go get a veteran quarterback to lead them into year 4. But again, it has to match up. And like we were saying there with even the portal quarterbacks, and there's going to be a lot more, and that's going to kind of make it more interesting. But as it is there, you said the top 10 in the transfer portal, and I'm already crossing names off the list. And then there's those other names that I do want. Every school that needs a quarterback wants. So either you win that bidding war, or you're happy with what you got. So and really, to me, it's hard to judge from this seat without knowing what their options, the realistic options are going to be. You tell me Brendan Sorsby or TJ Lateef, everybody in the world is going to take Brendan Sorsby, right? Sam Levitt, at least for this upcoming season, based on what they've proven. So you got to wait and see if there's more names like that in the transfer portal to truly know what the future, what next year looks like. But as we heard today, Matt Rule's not hearing anything about. I've been asking the question all week. Man, this is shaping up to be kind of a rebuilding year. Matt Rule's not hearing anything, and is not hearing that today. He may let that known at his press conference. So they're not rebuilding. They're hopefully restocking, building again. It's hard to say you're rebuilding from a 7-win team. To Matt Rule's point today, for a program that was not going to a bowl game so far. So, for 10 years or whatever it is. So, just keep building. Part of this, though, it's not just a linear, diagonal line or line that's going up. It's or vertical line, I suppose, but there's gonna be some choppy steps, and that's where you are. I mean, I think every transfer portal session is going to be the choppy steps, because you got to see what that looks like. And one day you're going to lose the guy and you're going to be frustrated. Then you're going to get a guy out of the portal that's going to get you all excited, and then you're going to be rumored to get a guy in the portal. Now everybody goes crazy. Now he goes to somewhere else, and then you lose another guy. Now you're really down, and then you get too big at it. So you just gotta fight through this. Not everything is going to be the sky is falling. Not everything is going to make Nebraska a national champion overnight. It's part of this building process that Matt Rule sees. And again, that's part of his vision. And it's for him to speak on it. But, from the outside, everybody has their voices of opinion too, is, okay, is this heading in the right direction? Because you can say it's not a rebuild and retool all you want. But again, as I look at it, new defensive coordinator, new defensive line coach, new defensive line, new offensive line coach, new quarterback, new running back. Sounds to me like you're either rebuilding or something close to it.
Well, here's the thing, Bob. You need a quarterback anyway. You got a guy who's graduating. You got a guy who just left. So that leaves you with 2 guys on this roster when you go into spring ball. So you need 2 more quarterbacks, obviously, Bob, just to have a complete roster in case somebody get hurt.
Yeah. No, there's no doubt they're gonna need more quarterbacks to the roster. If Davia is gonna stay, everybody's out there. Everybody's out there to say, okay, potentially staying or leaving. So as of right now, you've got Davia and TJ Lateef coming in next year. Remember, your quarterback for this season, the high school ranks up until a few days before signing day was set to be Dayton Raiola. So you don't have a freshman coming in. So yeah, they're gonna have to sign some guys either way. And that's interesting. Like, clearly, and we talk about the portal and adding these guys and that guys, and you need to get better right away. Davia was a project guy. That was not a guy that you thought was going to start right away. So when you bring these guys in, what are the quarterbacks going to be like? What are, where are they going to position themselves in that quarterback race?
Well, I might take a senior. I need an upperclassman. I just feel like we need that leadership in that room. I'm not trying to put all that on TJ Lateef like we tried to do with Dylan Raiola, because it obviously it backfired on us. When you say that part, I mean, I think TJ needs to have a great game against Utah to prove everybody wrong. I mean, if we can go down there and he leads this team to a victory over Utah, I can see myself really going in next year with him. But if we go in there and we get our butts kicked back and he throws 2 or 3 interceptions, then it's going to be a big debate of who's going to lead us next year.
Yeah. Now, one thing I will say, as you bring that up, and maybe this has been a part of the problem for Nebraska, is they don't take many chances, and their offense has not been able to get going, maybe as a reflection of that. But they don't throw a whole lot of picks. So even through the downside so far for TJ Lateef, it hasn't been, it's because he's throwing 2 or 3 picks a game. Again, I get part of that's due to the conservative nature, but Lateef has not thrown a pick yet as of this year. And Raiola, I know he's closer to, that as, touchdown interception ratio was closer to each other last year in his freshman year. But, this past year, just 6 picks. Nebraska altogether, just 6 picks throughout the season. That's really not that bad. But again, I think that's come at the, been kind of a safe passing offense, right? You're not taking too many shots. So that kind of goes along with it. So, I mean, I say all that to say, I don't think TJ Lateef is going to have a multiple interception game, but it is, and there is something to him being a true freshman thrown into it all together. But so to me, it's just, can they orchestrate an offense? Can he get points out of it? Because these last couple games now, 10 and 16 points, that's not going to do it. If you score along that same amount, I don't care whether you have 3 picks or 0 picks, you're scoring 14 points in a game against Utah, you're probably not going to win it.
Yeah, you're right about that, Bob. All right, Bob. All right, we can't go to break yet. I see another one.
I got some Utah news.
Yeah, go ahead.
By the way, if you didn't check it out, early break this morning, they did have a Utah insider. In fact, he's such an insider that he's the head coach. They had Kyle Whittingham on early break this morning. So go check that out if you missed it. Of course, he's got a connection to Coach Bush there on the show. But as far as Utah goes, they did announce the other day offensive tackle Spencer Fanu and Caleb Lamu. Both their offensive tackles are expected to be first-round picks, are sitting out of this bowl. Fanu specifically, that's big because he's the Outland Trophy winner. So that's not many guys get to claim that. So he's particularly pretty darn good. So their offensive line, we've heard about the rushing attack, number 2 in the country, going to be replacing their tackles. Also, their defensive end, Logan Fanu, brother of Spencer Fanu, actually, also could be a high first, second round draft pick. He will be sitting out. So Utah's going to be without some of their best players. Maybe we expect this from any bowl game you go into now, but for every team, it's a little bit different. Utah does have some of those guys that are fitting into the category of these days. If you're going to be a first round pick or have a chance to maybe focus on the NFL draft rather than that final bowl game. Their quarterback, Devin Dampier, is going to suit up at quarterback. All indications right now are that he will return to Utah next season and be among their leaders. So no break there, but the Outland Trophy winner now is out of the game. So that's got to be a big deal for Nebraska. A couple other things to note about that game and just kind of movement around altogether is that Coach Rule made an announcement today that Deshaun McCullough will no longer be available for that game, still kind of working back from injuries there. So initially we had heard that, he declared for the NFL draft, but was going to play in the bowl game. That's no longer the case. So Nebraska now without their edge rusher there, which was going to be interesting, I thought, if they were going to try to get into more of a 4-down front to see where he was going to fit in this defense. But, who knows? We'll see what the defense looks like.
I think it probably gives a kid like Willis McGahee, who I think he gets a chance to play in this bowl game. I think freshmen do. So, he's been eager and waiting probably for the last 6, 7, 8 weeks since he knew he was going to redshirt. So maybe he's going to get out there and show us what he can do.
Yeah, absolutely going to give him an opportunity. That will be fun. You always see some names that, some of the younger guys that maybe show up during these bowl practices, or in his case, like a guy that sat out this year that gets that opportunity. So that will be fun. And, again, Deshaun McCullough, that'll wrap up his career then here at Nebraska. Again, not necessarily the same what we're doing with Malcolm Hartzog earlier in the day. We're kind of thanking him for his long tenured Scarlet and Cream fight. Deshaun McCullough, of course, kind of the modern day rental, if you will, but still put on the Scarlet and Cream and fought for Nebraska. Had some, if you let that guy run as a free runner, he would light you up. And we saw that this year. So a few fun moments. I mean, we talked about it. Probably didn't quite live up to the expectation Nebraska put on him or that wanted from him. But now we'll be without him for the bowl game. The only other two things I wanted to mention for today has been made official now. Roy Manning, who we had heard about coming over to Nebraska, Huskers make it official. He will be the edges coach, which is the same role he had over there at San Diego State with new Nebraska defensive coordinator Rob Orge. So kind of same command system there. And I know you were big on, hey, let him bring in a few of his guys. Roy Manning, one of his guys there. Lonnie Teasley, the former offensive line coach for South Carolina, was fired halfway through this year. South Carolina went through a rough season, but he officially has come over now, and we had heard about him, and you thought, well, maybe two offensive line coach, what's going to go on here? Officially dubbed the run game coordinator. So Lonnie Teasley and Roy Manning, welcome to the staff. What does that mean? Specifically for me, as I'm thinking about, you've got an edges coach and an outside linebacker coach now. And you might run a 4-2-5. So I don't know if you need two outside linebacker coaches. We'll see. Maybe they mix it up. Maybe, and we'll see. You never know if they're going to make any more changes on the staff. But that is one thing that seems to be interesting here. Without a defensive line coach, you have an edges coach. You also have Phil Simpson as the outside linebackers coach. So, again, I think you might either see a move made to hire a defensive line coach or some shuffling there to even it out a little bit more, because I just don't know. Again, if you're going to run a 4-2-5, I don't know if you need a linebacker coach for each position.
All right, Bock, let's go to break, and when we come back, we're going to do the Pick'ems game. I don't know how many games we got, Bock?
We've got 9 games.
9 games, and we'll talk about who's leading, who's down, and how many somebody needs to come back to get in the game. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock the Blackshirt. We'll be right back.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and our gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. And right now, during gift card double discount days, when you buy $50 in gift cards, get a $10 gift card free. Happy holidays from Valentino's.
Are you ready to make a difference this holiday season? Schwiezo Construction and TMCO are hosting a diaper drive December 5th through the 19th. They're collecting diapers, pull-ups, and wipes to benefit TMCO Prep Academy, the Nebraska Diaper Bank, and Forward. Drop off your donations at Schwiezo Construction, 93.7 The Ticket, Pine Lake Self-Storage, or White Elm Brewery. Together, we care for our community. For more information, please visit Schwiezo Construction's website or Facebook page today.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out Renew PM, the ultimate nighttime recovery formula. Fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up refreshed. Renew PM can only be found at Nutrition Authority, the home of better than internet pricing. Own the night with Renew PM. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Mike Smith, founder of The Bay. Join me every Tuesday from 5 to 6 p.m. for your weekly Disrupt, where me and local misfits will interrupt your drive time with this week's most interesting stories in sports, entrepreneurship, and culture. So tune in to your weekly Disrupt every Tuesday afternoon on 93.7 The Ticket, where disruption is just a phone call away.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock The Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. Kenny Will Height will join us here momentarily to get our picks going, as Terrell will join me as well. I did want to give you guys one last opportunity. We've got one pair of tickets to Nebraska and Oklahoma State, the wrestling match set for Sunday. Oklahoma State, again, the who's who of wrestling, have won 30-plus national titles in that sport. Also got the little bit better of the Huskers earlier in that invitational. So a chance at redemption for Nebraska. So that is a big match. And we'll go ahead and give it away. 402-464-5685. Text in Husker Power to 402-464-5685. The first one that does so will get a pair of tickets to Nebraska and Oklahoma State.
What's your trivia question, Bob?
Oh, there's no trivia question.
Oh, okay. What did type it in?
It's just type in Husker Power. And Jeremy looks like he's already got it. So I will be messaging you, Jeremy, here in just a second. But it is time for us to go ahead and set up our picks here, Terrell.
All right. I'm always ready.
You're ready? Okay. Well, we've
not worried about Kenny.
Yeah, well, Kenny's on the line.
You worried about me?
No, your winning percentage is looking bad now.
I think we're in the same boat.
Not really.
Really.
I've won 40. I won. See here.
No.
I've won. Okay, I won 40 extra games, so I'm 160. You're 64-37, so that don't even sound right, do it, Bob?
How come it doesn't? You're 100 and what?
101-61.
Okay, so that's 40 games. Again, you started early, so we're still. Your percentage is still not better.
But you about to be at 40 games and ain't even won 70 games.
Bock, so please educate this man on percentage.
Your percentage is way down now, Kenny. Your percentage is not even good now.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
What's his percentage, Bob?
I have to add it up. I don't think it's too much different than it was before. It's been a
gotta
few bowl
be,
games.
Bob. He lost a couple of this week.
No, you the one. Well, I told you. So this week we're on the same page, bro.
Yeah. Except you didn't win yesterday.
Neither did you.
I did.
Who'd you beat? Come on now.
I did. I picked who was yesterday, Bob? Arkansas State.
So we all have, so right now I'm trying to go back to our picks here because we've all still got Memphis playing North Carolina State right now, which we did make that pick last week for today, for this moment. Right now, North Carolina State up 21-0. So far, our picks are not going well. By the way, we all picked Kennesaw State to win today as well. Western Michigan won 41-6. So not a very good lead.
Everybody lost, Bob?
Here. Everybody's lost.
Yeah.
Everybody. That's
right
good.
We're in the same boat right now.
Kenny, you're not even in a boat with me. You know what I'm saying? You're like kind of catch up. You started at lap 60, all right? And I'm at lap 100.
Okay. All right.
Bob,
all right.
so what about yesterday?
There was
Arkansas State.
Yesterday's games there was just the one game. Missouri State lost to Arkansas State 34-28. That was a win for Terrell and the text line, and a loss for myself and Kenny.
So
I picked Missouri State.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm slipping.
Yeah, you sure are.
Let's get on to this week.
Now, Bob,
Let's get on to this week.
I should have won today, but I was so caught up that I changed the thing at the last minute, Bob.
Yes, you originally picked against Kennesaw State, and then at the last minute switched to them, and that was a bad idea.
Yeah, bad idea.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
All right, let's get to the picks. As I don't know if we did a good job of building ourselves up there, but let's get to the picks here as we get to it. College football playoffs start this evening. Number 9, or the 9 seed Alabama against the 8 seed Oklahoma. Oklahoma, of course, winning this game earlier in the year. Now they're favored by 1.5, $161 to get in. What are we going with, guys? Crimson Tide or Boomer Sooner? I, by the way, already made my pick earlier on the Adam Character Show, and I went with Boomer Sooner beating Alabama twice this season. Going with Oklahoma.
I'm going with Boomer Sooner.
And a reminder, we need those on the text line. We get it out there. Okay, yeah, 402-464-5685. I see nothing but Boomer Sooner from the text line. Terrell, you've been sitting there patiently waiting. You have a chance, maybe, to make a pick here that goes against everybody.
Roll Tide.
Oh, there you go. And he goes and does it.
Roll Tide.
There you go. So he makes the Alabama pick. That could be a big one for Terrell tonight as he looks to get past. By the way, what are you up like? 1 on the text line right now?
Yeah, I'm 1 up on the text line.
So that's the race we really need to be looking at the moment.
They gonna get us.
Yeah, they might. That could be the difference right there. That game. Saturday. Let's jump into Saturday. Of course, more college football playoff action. Let's start with the 10 seed Miami taking on the 7 seed Texas A&M. Of course, that one will be in College Station. $245 to get in. That's the highest price ticket for the weekend. Texas A&M favored by 3. I already picked earlier today again, and I went with the Aggies. But looks like the text line is going with Miami.
I'll go with the text line. The U. The U.
See what he's doing, Bob?
No, I'm going with the U anyway. Why would I go with Texas A&M? I'm going with the U.
I tell you about this, dude. I'm going with the Fighting Trevor Howards, man. I'm going with the Fighting.
I'm going with the U, man. Yeah. That's better talent than you.
We'll see. They lost.
Why would I pick Texas A&M? I don't even like Trev Albert. So why would I pick a team that Benedict Alberts is a part of?
Get off my boy now. Stop. Come on, next pick.
The 11 seed Tulane Green Wave at the 6 seed Ole Miss. Remember, no Lane Kiffin here. $196 to get into the game in Oxford. 17.5-point favorites are the Rebels.
Toddy.
Yeah, I'd be surprised to see anybody make a pick outside of Ole Miss here, but that's why we do it. Text line going with Ole Miss. It's Ole Miss across the board. I'm joining in. Terrell, are you joining in? Or you like the upset?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Easy enough. We'll go from that game to another game. I expect all the picks to be similar. Oregon will host the 12 seed James Madison. Oregon, of course, coming in as the 5 seed. Just $66 to get into this game. Oregon is a 20.5-point favorite.
Half black.
There you go.
Half black.
Quack, quack. There are the Ducks.
Howard the Duck.
Okay, Howard the Duck. There you go. We got Ducks on the text line as well, so no need to dive for too much.
See what y'all
further into
doing?
that.
Every game I pick, y'all pick. See?
No, I picked first.
You should have said Oregon. You said Aflac. You got that for me, so you knew I was going there.
No.
Okay.
No. All
right, let's jump into some bowl games here. We'll have to wait till Monday, but these are the bowl games leading up till until we take off for Thanksgiving break. So that's what we're leading up to here.
Christmas, Bach.
Christmas, yeah, I keep saying Thanksgiving. Washington State versus Utah State. This is in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Utah State favored by 1.5, $33 to get it.
I'll go Utah State.
Both teams 6-6, by the way. You like Utah State?
Utah
Yeah?
State.
There you go.
You going with the Utah State Aggies, huh? Oh man, Box. I hate to say it, but I got to go with them on this one, Box.
Yeah, sticking with them. Yeah, fair enough. You know what? Even just the positioning of this, I probably need to take advantage of this. I'm going to go with Washington State, not because I necessarily think they're going to win, but I need to get some comeback points here during the bowl season. So I'm positioning myself here. On the text line, though, the text line's going with me. They like Washington State, too. Wazoo. There we go. Part of the mighty Pac-2. All right, let's move on to the next game. Toledo against Louisville. Louisville 6.5-point favorites. $60 to get in. This is Bush's Boca Raton Bowl here. Toledo and Louisville. I believe if you bring, yeah, it is true. Fans can get in free, by the way, if they bring in a can of Bush's beans. All beans will be donated to help families in need.
Fighting Lamar Jackson.
There you go, Louisville. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to pick against Louisville here. Could be. They'll check the text on. I'm going with Louisville as well. We do have a pick for meal ticket on Toledo, but Louisville was first from Thomas and Lincoln. So we'll go with Louisville across the board there. Let's get to the New Orleans Bowl, Western Kentucky and Southern Miss. Western Kentucky favored by 2.5, 20 points, $20 to get into this game. Excuse me.
$20. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's the cheapest bowl game ever. Who's playing?
This one is Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers, and Southern Miss. Yeah.
I'll go Southern Miss.
There you go. Southern Miss pick there.
So Southern Miss just lost their coach to Memphis, who just turned around and got their head bashed in. Right?
Yeah. Or is currently getting their head bashed in, right?
It ain't no comeback from that. Man, I'm going to go with the Hilltoppers.
There you go, Western Kentucky there. I'm going to follow you on that. I just like their mascot. I'm going to be honest, very, very honest with you about my pick there. Western Kentucky is the pick by Bill and Bennett for the text line as well. So there you are, left on an island once again. Terrell, you might be either a genius or you're losing hold of your lead here. Let's go to the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. This will be played on Tuesday as well. UNLV and Ohio. Ohio dealing with their own coaching problems, but nevertheless, 6.5-point favorite are the Running Rebels.
Yeah, I'm going with the UNLV, the Running Rebels on this. Ohio's done. All that turmoil they're going through right now, they done. I'm going with the Running Rebels.
Yep, Running Rebels, my pick too. The text line goes with UNLV. Will we see it again, Terrell? Are you going to be on an island for Ohio Bobcats this time?
No.
UNLV. No, you like the Running Rebels. All right, fair enough. All right, our final game then that we're picking this week will be played next Wednesday. And then, of course, like I said, Wednesday we will get into. We could even hold off on this one, but we might as well do it now. But then we'll get into all the picks through Christmas break. Wednesday's game is the Sheraton Hawaiian Bowl. It will be played in Hawaii, obviously. There you go. California at Hawaii, basically, in this matchup then. Cal 7-5, Hawaii 8-4. Hawaii is a 1.5-point favorite.
Who this again, Buck?
This is Cal in Hawaii.
Give me Cal.
What? Pay attention, man. Pay attention.
I don't need to pay attention. I could guess just like that.
You said who this again? Bock the man just told you. But I'm going to go with the Bears also, Bob.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He's on his computer doing the analytics.
Doing some homework?
I'm not even by computer.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to stay with the Bears. The Marshawn Lynches.
There you go. So going with that, I do like Hawaii to get the win. They've got they're at home, so I'll pick Hawaii here. While you guys are going with Cal, let's head to the text line and see what their final pick of the day is. Looks like Cal was the first pick there in again for the text line. So we'll wrap it up here for our pick.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Did I pick North Carolina State or I picked Memphis?
We all picked Memphis, unfortunately.
You got to be lying.
No, we all picked Memphis.
We all picked Memphis. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Text line too?
Yeah. They don't bring it up again. It's not making any of us look good because right now Memphis is losing 24-0 to North Carolina State in the middle of the second quarter.
God.
Not a good look for us in our picks. But that'll wrap up our picks there. So don't take that as our pick. Like, we all got winning records this year. That's just a bad example. The most recent bad example on our.
Did you get Kenny's winning percentage, Bob?
I can get it here in a second. Yeah, just talk.
64 and 37, Bob.
It's higher than yours.
67 and 30. 64 and 37. That doesn't sound like 50% right there, Bob.
He didn't say 50%. It's higher than yours, Farley.
So it's at 63%. Let me see what Farley says.
101 and 61.
So yours is at Farley. Yours is at 62%.
Oh man, that should be that's bull, Bob.
Well, it's just math. I can't really do anything about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that still we don't do it. We don't do it by percentages. So,
That's
so
right.
I don't want it that way. I don't want it that way.
Yeah, that's the way you want it because you keep talking about it every week. You want to come in. You want to come in at half of the race, just like like in a 5K. Then you come in. It's like me and Bach running the mile, and you come in at the last 400.
No, I'll let you and Bach holler that mile. I ain't running no mile. Them days over with.
All right, you bunch of losers. I'll see y'all next week, man.
All right, brother.
All right, there he goes, Kenny Wilhite. As usual, making the picks with us here. We'll have to catch up next week and see where our winning percentages are, even though it doesn't matter. But again, Terrell and in the text line, we're going to be battling out. We got some different picks there, so I like that. That makes for an interesting week leading up into next Wednesday's edition when we'll make plenty more picks.
I bet you Eric on here talking about Kenny, ain't he? He ain't said nothing on the text line yet.
He says Farley's going down.
Yep, see, that's what I knew it.
Yeah,
he's on Kenny's. He's a Kenny lover. That's all I'm going to say. 93.7 the ticket. Bock the Blackshirt up next. Jay Foreman and Austin coming up in about 10-15 minutes. Stay tuned. 93.7 the ticket.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. An afternoon high around 49. Tonight, increasing cloud cover, a continued breeze below around 35. And tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies and a light breeze. An afternoon high near 47. I'm meteorologist Kyle Bucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. The weather in the winter months is cold, windy, and as unpredictable as a tee shot on the 450-yard par 4. With top-of-the-line full-swing simulators and a PGA teaching professional, Back Nine Golf is there to help you improve your game and lower your score. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Back Nine Golf, your premier indoor golf and events destination.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Is your furnace ready for winter? Call Bryant to perform a thorough check for comfort and peace of mind. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. Whatever it takes.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
At Koppel, during the holidays, we take time to cherish our terrific staff, community, and loyal customers that continue to drive that money-saving mile to Louisville, Nebraska. Hi, this is Sean Callahan. I can proudly say I bought my car at Koppel. If you are in the area, I invite you to stop by Koppel Chevrolet GMC's offices in Louisville or check them out online at koppelcars.com. On behalf of Koppel Chevrolet GMC, Merry Christmas and safe travels to all.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Black Shirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is almost that time, Bock, and I forgot to tell you that the other day, Utah is now a 3-touchdown favorite.
It's up to 3, huh?
Yeah, in this game. So I don't know what we're going to do to stop these guys, but I don't care if they're left. Both of their tackles are out, Bock. They got backups.
Well, they do. You would assume they're not quite as good as the Outland Trophy Award winner or first-round picks or second-round picks that they're having in there. But, yeah, I mean, that's Utah. That's part of one of those teams, and I've been saying it all week about Georgia or, you know, kind of the Notre Dames, the Iowas. I mean, you take out different players, but you know what the team's going to look like. Utah's pretty much the same. This might be their best addition. Again, if you missed it, Kyle Whittingham joining an early break this morning on 93.7 The Ticket said, yeah, this is probably our best line that we've had. So now you take a few of those guys out of there. You know, might not quite equal that, but that's what they do. Utah's had a pretty good line play for years and years and years. So I expect nothing less, even though some of the names will change, and certainly it is, again, a little bit of advantage for Nebraska not to have to take on a couple of these guys that are going to be playing on Sunday next year, being top picks. But wow, what did you say? 21 point favorite?
Yes, 3-touchdown favorite.
Yikes.
Matt, Bock, here's some quote from Matt Rule. Matt Rule said during a presser that he talked about the progress of the Huskers through year 3. He said, if anyone ever understood what we walked into, they'll be amazed at what we've done.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting.
It wasn't that bad. I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it was that bad.
It wasn't great. I mean,
it wasn't great, but
yeah,
I think any coach could have walked in here and bring you to 6-6.
I wouldn't go that far. I would say any coach.
Except Scott Frost.
Well, Mike Riley.
Mike Riley took you to 9-3.
Mike Riley won with both.
It doesn't matter what players you got, Bock. It's a different system.
I'm just saying, I don't say anybody could do it. I want to give Matt Rule some credit.
Give him I'll give him a little, but not that much.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes back. I mean, the Scott Frost group, when they came in, said the same thing about Mike Riley's group, right? Is that they didn't leave him with much. They're gonna kind of rebuild this whole thing, and so, you know, to a degree, I think there was part of that was there. But again, part of it's like how well do you handle what was given to you, right? I mean, you know, Anthony Grant's just one example, but you know, they had close to 1,000-yard running back handed off to him from the previous staff. They get him and don't maximize him. Now you look at the opposite side of that. They had to build and you know, or maybe get more out of, certainly, you know, later in their careers, but out of Ty and Nash and that sort of thing. So it is interesting to view it that way. I you know, we were all here. We've all lived through it. So I think we kind of know where Nebraska football was. Now, as far as like deep into the dark corners of Memorial Stadium there and every, you know, little secret, maybe not. But so it is what it is. And he's still continuing talking about, like, he shut down the idea of a rebuilding. He just kind of says building. It's a program that's building. Hasn't done it as quick as Indiana, but is still trying to do that and move up. And I think it's interesting, a little bit of a change in philosophy again here with Dylan Riley going out. We know Latif has a little bit of mobility to him. Rule said today, I think moving forward, we'd like to have quarterbacks who are able to add in the run game, sort of like Haynes King was able to do at Georgia Tech. So kind of going back to what way they more thought of in year one. They brought in Jeff Sims, actually, from Georgia Tech. And of course, you know, when that didn't work quite as much as so well, you know, you put Heinrich Harburg in there and Purdy and those guys all had the element of running as well. Now, obviously, you're going to want a better quarterback, you know, as far as passing the ball and all that sort of stuff than what they had year one here at Nebraska. But for me, that's news to my ears. Great news to my ears, because music to my ears, I think, is the saying. I just always appreciate a mobile quarterback, or at least, you know, a dual threat, but at the very least mobile. I think that's just huge in today's game. I think it's huge in winning games here in Nebraska, in the Big Ten, in the Midwest, in October and November, when sometimes it's going to be a little bit harder to throw for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns or whatever, whatever your goal might be there. Interesting also is that it's going to be a marriage if you're looking for a dual threat quarterback or sticking with your dual threat quarterback in TJ Latif is what does that kind of mean for Dana Holgerson, who traditionally more has pocket quarterbacks, but has had some guys with some legs before too. So it won't be too much of an adjustment, just maybe not right up his alley as what you traditionally think from him. But again, he's far moved past the air raid system.
All right, Bach, anything else you got?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think that's fair. What do you think about Nebraska moving toward a mobile dual threat quarterback?
We've been needing one this whole time. I think we've ran away from that from a couple of years now. Casey Thompson wasn't really a mobile quarterback. Jeff Sims was, but he had his problems. Heinrich was, but he couldn't throw as good. So I don't know. I think it's better for our when we talk. I think it's better for our offense.
Yeah. Here's a couple of thoughts there. Virginia Pirate says I'd rather not hear Rule say stuff like that. You just lost the last 2 games very similarly to how the last staff did. Almost feels like a used car salesman trying to sell me a bad car. And again, to Frost's credit, a lot of times Frost staff's credit, I should say, is they weren't blowouts. We know in 2021, especially, a lot of close losses there. So a little bit of a different look, but either way, one way or the other, I get his point. There's been plenty of blowouts throughout the years, and these last 2 just did not look good. Obviously, they're making all sorts of changes in response to those, and I think that's what you have to do once you get blown out in games like that, especially to kind of finish out a year. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, they'll tell you what it is, and again, I think there needs to be a little bit more appreciation for a 7-year drought, bowl drought. Now back-to-back years going to a bowl game. That is some consistency. That's some continuity. That is some moving forward, moving the goalpost and moving up. He also said today they should have won 9. I mean, so he'll all out, kind of take that and understand that and realize that they fell short of their ultimate goal, or a goal that would be a big step for them in year 3. But again, that opportunity is still out there. No matter what the Vegas odds kind of put it, you still got a chance to lace it up with Utah and get to 8 wins this year.
You do. Let's hope we can do it, Bach. It's coming up pretty soon. I think we got 10 more days?
Yeah. So it's 31st. But close to like 12 more days.
Yeah, 12 more days. Doesn't matter.
I was counting with my fingers and I ran out of them. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I've been and wrapped up my season of wins by that time. Hopefully I'll be 4 games up under, 3 games over the text line coming up, 8 games over Bach, and don't even worry about the percentage king. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock and the Black Shirt. You have a great weekend. Up next, Jay Foreman and Austin Arman and Old School right here at 93.7 The Ticket.
Greetings, Ebenezer Scrooge here. I've always had the reputation of being a bit down on the holidays, but that's all changed since I discovered Nebraska Lottery Merry Money Holiday Scratch tickets. They're fast, fun, and easy. Scrooge! Oh, there you are. Pardon me. The ghost of Christmas future and I are going to a holiday gathering. I know he sounds a bit gloomy, but once he starts scratching tickets, he's the life of the party.
Top prize odds vary by game.